Tottenham came and made some substitutions at half-time. What sort of changed for them to get back in the game to get the 2 goals for you?
I think it's more we need to look at ourselves. We were not pressing with the same intensity. We allowed because we felt comfortable, but we need to understand that, but to feel also that if we have a little bit more bravery, we can kill this game. But sometimes it's like that. You have a first half better than the second.
But the mentality is clearly there, because at the end it looked like Richarlison was going to score the winner, but then De Ligt still had the opportunity.
Yeah, I think is the positive point, is that they managed to push forward, to understand with less one player is to push the ball to the final third, trying to win a corner. We did that, and then we believe in our capacity to score goals until the last minute, and we did that.
For the season, what a time to get it.
Yeah, I think it was on the right time. Luckily, we got a point here. I think we deserve more the way we played. Maybe the second half, I felt like we were a little bit tired, especially in the beginning. We didn't really get the chance to get out of our half. And then obviously it's waiting until they have. The first goal, I think it's a little bit lucky. I blocked the ball, it goes in. It's a difficult situation. I'm a little bit upset about that. But in the end, I'm really proud of the team, how we fought back. And in the end, get a point in a quite a difficult stadium.
Look, were you a little bit shell-shocked to go 2-1 down, that Richarlison goal, and then you've got a couple of minutes? But what does that show about this United that you still found a way?
Well, I think it's the same as last week. Last year we lost against Forest 1-0. Last season we lost against Tottenham 1-0. And today and also last week you see that we still have the fire in our belly to get a point, to get a goal, even with 10 men. And that way I'm really proud of the team. And the season is long, so in the end, if you don't lose these kind of games, it's always more important than drawing is more important than losing, so it's fine.
Well, look, it's 5 unbeaten now this season for you guys under Amorim. What has been the turning point?
Well, I think also today you saw we are really dangerous for opponents. We have a lot of speed in the front. We're really stable. We know our strengths also well. We utilize them also well. I think today even we had a lot of more opportunities to get in behind them because they are vulnerable in this. But I think we played a good game, and I think we could deserve a little bit more.
Thanks so much for talking to us.
Premier League, and as you can hear, one that has ensured a point that he feels is the least Manchester United deserved today, having conceded those 2 goals in 7 minutes. And Manchester United haven't scored many from set pieces, actually. Nice to see a goal from a defender and sharing these goals around.
It is, and it's normal to score from a set piece for defender. But the major thing here for me is during the game he was marked in a set pieces by Brennan Johnson, which for me, as we spoke with Jay, is a mismatch. De Ligt is a strong and powerful defender. Brennan Johnson is quite the opposite. He's not as strong as him. You can see, especially on this set piece, how he loses De Ligt from the side. And then he's free to score that header. Of course, we can argue the goalkeeper can do better as well by pushing the ball out of the back of the net. But speaking from experience, sometimes when your header is so powerful, your reaction time is short, so you don't have time to quickly react. But the major thing for me is that Brennan Johnson was marking De Ligt in that so much.
We were surprised, which is a little bit surprising because Spurs have conceded a fewer goals from set pieces in the Premier League.
100%.
They're second.
Yeah, they've been good defending set pieces, but the whole setup, Brennan Johnson can't be marking De Ligt. It is a mismatch. He's twice his size. He loses him too easy. I think just panics and gets himself in the area where he's free. And obviously Spurs end up conceding and that. And when you work so hard to get back into the game, and then you concede in that manner, and that, of course, is disappointing.
And the way they got back in, the game seemed to be drifting away from Tottenham at 1-0 down, and then bang, from nowhere, 2 in 7 minutes.
Yeah, but it's a transition. It's a transition. Odegaard does really well here, to be fair. It's just sort of drop of the hips, brilliant. And he plays that to a doggy, but there, you look at it there, there's Man United got bodies in the box, but it comes in, this is your goal, Jay. Yeah, you know what John like about this, the turn, it's calculated, he knows what it's not, because when I first saw it, I thought maybe it's a bad touch, but you see him here, the ball goes wide, and it's just such a good touch. He means to do it, and you see here, but even so, I just feel like, I spoke before to Berber, I said about, when I played against Ferdinand and Vidic, and if you got the better of the first man, the other man would always cover. And I just think, when you look at it here, I've just felt like Luke Shaw maybe, because when the ball goes wide, you're defending the box, when the ball goes in the box, you're defending the goal. I just thought maybe he could have sort of like covered and tried to block, but saying that, it's an amazing turn and finish.
How clever was Richarlison then for 2-1?
Oh man, ugly goal for sure. Ugly goal, but sometimes these type of goals are the most precious that you can score. And it was a typical centre forward goal at the right moment, the right positioning, following the game, positioning your body in the proper way that you'll be ready for the ball. And I don't think he even scored with a header, probably a shoulder or something like this, but he was right there where he's supposed to be and following.
So that was one centre forward at one end, but I must ask you, at 1-1, Benjamin Šeško on as a substitute and actually came off injured in this as well. How big a moment was this for him and for United? Because if this goes in, he makes his confidence sky high, doesn't he?
Yeah, and we used to be strikers as well, and I want to be supportive and sympathizing with his situation. Yes, he needed to do better here, maybe take the ball more to the left foot, so this way eliminated the defender. We cannot take away from the tackle of Mickey van der Ven as well, great tackle, but maybe that lack of confidence, playing minutes, that affect a player, and then when you get injured out of it, then it shows that you are maybe not ready to step into the game at full speed.
And I said that, I said before the game, at the top of the show, I said that for centre forward, when you've rested, dropped, whatever it is, you're not in the team and you're disappointed, but make sure you're ready to come on because you can change the game. You know, you get a moment, you get a chance where you can change the game. And I felt like that's his chance. I'm not saying it was an easy chance because it was a great tackle, but at the same time, when you go through like conviction and
if you're scoring goals for fun and you're in the group,
oh yeah, probably
he's going to score.
It's the first touch always makes the goal. And the first touch, if you take the ball off the line, away from the defender, then you can go and finish. But when he watches it back, he'll be disappointed at that because it didn't actually have a shot at goal. So come on and make an impact.
So let's get the shoulder goal out of the way then. You describe it as ugly, but it was a huge goal for Tottenham at the time and for Richarlison as you saw his reaction.
Some of the most important goals are the ugliest one. But again, the right moment at the right time. Look at him, he's following and waiting for the ball. Yes, you can speculate that the defender, whoever he is, I cannot see from here, is going out slower than he needs to look. But the position,
Ugarte.
It can happen, but the positioning of the body, I think that's even a shot from Odegaard. I don't think it's a cross, it's a shot. He's trying to shoot, last minute of the game, put the ball there, whatever happens, but it ends up in the shoulder of Richarlison, who actually is pointing it out towards the goal, hoping that the ball is going to end up in the back of the goal, which happened.
Yes, it's a proper scruffy number 9 goal, but you have to be there to make contact and get it in the goal and that. And then it looks like Tottenham are going to get 3 points. You know, started slow, but then eventually, you know, with the good changes, got back into the game.
And is that the disappointment from Tottenham?
Yeah, 100%.
Having swayed it to go 2-1 up in front with a minute to go.
I think so, 100%. I think you've got to then see, you know, you've got to see the game out. You know, there's not long left. You've got to see the game out. Set piece, you have to make first contact. It doesn't matter where it goes, just make first contact, clear your lines. We said before about, you know, away from home they've been so good this season, but then at home the home form's not been the same. But I suppose the positive that you can take out of the game today is that obviously the way that they finished.
And for United, the way they finished as well, actually, with that last minute. With that character, they've done it, as I say, 2 weeks running away from home. No, you're not having it, are you, Berber?
For sure. For sure you can say character, coming back, blah, blah.
But they weren't doing it last season, were they?
No, that's the improvement. But you are leading 1-0. In a way, you control the game. And then, last minutes of the game, you're trailing 2-1. I'm pretty sure that Richarlison was thinking, I want the game for my team. But then it shows you that in football, a set piece, a free kick or whatever, we spoke about this before, it's so important to know how to cross, to position yourself, of course. When you have a mismatch in who is guarding who, that can be an advantage for the opposition like we saw today as well. So you don't give up, as a cliche as it sounds. The game is played now 96, 97 or whatever minutes. And if you have a set piece, make sure you can use it the right way. That's why most teams now having long throws, defensive coach, set pieces coach, so they can, you know, be ready for the moments like this. And today we saw how important it is if you have the right set piece and to know how to take advantage of it.
And it's a lesson for Tottenham in game management, concentration.
I think that's all it is. I think concentration. You know, from the first minute to the last, and obviously senior. I'm just surprised with Brennan Johnson. You know, he can't be marking. I think even like he's probably the same size as me. My job was always.
Is he marking space or is he marking a player here? Do we think?
He's marking a player, but I remember I always
instructed to. Or?
Look, he's following him.
Yeah.
He's trying to see where he is.
Yeah.
But
you have to, and it's horrible when you're in there, but you have to stay with your man. And even if you're not going to win the header, but you have to try and bump him so that he doesn't get a clear header at goal.
But Jay, of course, I don't think it's his fault. Probably the manager, or whoever makes the set pieces, says you need to mark De Ligt today.
Yeah.
And I remember how I hated marking someone bigger than me, and I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
So I can imagine how he was probably feeling, thinking, oh God, I hope the ball is not coming my way.
Yeah.
No, it is like that.
Mismatch. Shouldn't be marking him.
Interesting. From United's point of view, the positive is they've scored in 7 games in a row, but they've still kept just 1 clean sheet all season.
And they probably work on this as well, for sure. From striker perspective, though, defensive-wise, yes, that's why I was so surprised. We're watching the game, it was like 5-4-1, very difficult to break in. But obviously, sometimes you find the necessary tools to score 2 goals, and then you need to score another one. But from striker perspective for United today, for example, like we spoke about Sesko, Cunha also didn't have a good day at the office as well. But they